Recently, some people claim I can't recite or incorrectly recite the four transformations table. But where is the mistake? This video explains why celestial phenomena need seasonal review, clarifying this concept. You can say I'm wrong, but I can't incorrectly recite the four transformations table. Today, I'm going to talk about a point that ever since I started my business, making videos and writing articles, every time I bring it up, I get attacked. What is it? Why is Tian Xiang, heavenly minister, considered to dissolve Zi, inauspicious influence, in the current Zi Wei Doshu community? Most people think Tian Xiang shouldn't dissolve Zi. The vast majority, except for us and a few other schools, believe that in the case of Geng Nian, it should be Tian Tong, heavenly child, dissolving Zi. But in reality, we ourselves often use Tian Xiang to dissolve Zi. And as my number of followers has grown, as more and more people hear what I say, everyone is starting to realize that using Tian Xiang to dissolve Zi is actually exceptionally accurate and represents certain things very specifically. Of course, there are still some people who think, hey, shouldn't it be Tian Tong dissolving Zi? Why are you talking about Tian Xiang dissolving Zi? I've actually discussed these things before in my articles and videos. Recently, some netizens have asked me again, especially since with our collaboration with PPI on courses, many people have been purchasing them. Thank you, everyone. But because of this, there have also been, more people have been asking me, wow, teacher, why do you use Tian Xiang to dissolve Zi? So we've decided to film a new video to explain this to everyone. In the future, if anyone asks you why it's not Tian Tong dissolving Zi, but Tian Xiang dissolving Zi, you can just share this video with them. First, regarding the four transformations, in the early days, way back in the origins of Zi Wei Doshu, its predecessor was called Qi Sheng Si Yu. What about Qi Dun Si Yu? It also has the four transformations. And so how did the four transformations come about? Actually, the predecessor of Zi Wei Doshu originated from Indian astrology. And when Indian astrology made its way to China, specifically during the Tang dynasty, it was called Qi Zheng Si Yu. The entire system adopted the techniques of Indian astrology, and then combined with the principles of the I Ching, it developed a new perspective, which is to say, similarly, this matter will change depending on different time and space environments. This is a very important concept in the I Ching. This is where the concept of changing hexagrams comes in, because when a new factor is introduced, the original situation changes. It's like a big tree. The tree looks different in spring, summer, autumn, and winter, but it's still the same tree. This perspective is extremely important and very practical in the study of fate. It's a highly advanced concept. In the era of the 7 Gen and 4U, it was actually petrified. It had 10 types of transformations, but by the time of Zi Wei Doshu A, it was reduced to 4 transformations. So what was the reason for this reduction? It comes from 2 sources. The first source is called empirical verification. In other words, theoretically, it should have this kind of transformation, but in practice, you can't really feel it, so it was removed. For example, if I change because I'm losing weight, but my colleague next door who weighs 60 kilograms and loses 10 kilograms, wow, that's a big difference. Yeah, losing weight brings about changes. As for me, I also changed because I lost weight, but I went from 110 kilograms to 100 kilograms. Damn, I'm still a fat guy, so you can't really tell. Since it's not noticeable, the ancients wouldn't have recorded it. So this 10 kilogram change, if it's obvious in this context, they would write it down. If it's not obvious, they wouldn't record it. But there are differences in opinion on this matter. For example, certain schools in Hong Kong and some in Taiwan believe that in a leap year, Tianfu transforms into Huake, not Zuofu. However, some people think that Tianfu itself doesn't need to transform into Huake. So that's why there's controversy about it. Of course, as for me, I personally use Zuofu as Huake, because if Yubi transforms into Huake, then Zuofu should also transform into Huake, right? Why should only Yubi transform into Huake and Zuofu into Huawen? That doesn't make sense. Why should only women be beautiful and not men? So when the 4 transformations were organized this way back then, there were reasons behind it. Now, what's the second point? The second point, aside from the debate, is that there are some academic principles behind it. What are they? This is something I often mention, which is the 4 transformations themselves are interconnected, meaning they don't exist independently. For example, why does Jia transform into Lian Zhen as Lu and Taiyang as Ji? We often say Lu departs as Ji arrives. So the general argument is that it starts with Ji and ends with Lu. When discussing the four transformations, it's like how spring brings growth, summer brings clouds, autumn brings harvest, and winter brings storage. So everyone tends to think that it should start in the spring. But how is that possible? Let me ask you, why do you plow in the spring? Isn't the purpose of spring plowing precisely for the harvest in the fall? If what you sow in the spring is for the autumn harvest, then the cause should be the autumn harvest, not the spring plowing. Logically, that doesn't make sense. Of course, this technique is extremely important when analyzing charts on Douyin Book. Those who have attended our classes will know that when my spouse star and painting technique star are not transformed into the wealth star will follow the spouse star. This means I have a void in my emotional life, so all the money I earn will be spent on relationships. This is an extremely important technique when reading charts. If you don't know this, otherwise you simply have no way to judge why this kind of thing is so important. Because this kind of shared marital wealth isn't just about the man on the road. He will only give you money if you are his official wife. Of course, the premise is that you are his official wife. If you are just his concubine and his feelings are with someone else, then the money won't go to you. In short, the four transformations have this kind of interconnected relationship. So when my son transforms into authority and I want to have control, but it creates a sense of emptiness inside me, I should be even more self-disciplined and self-respecting. To avoid being attacked by others, when I want to become the sun, I should be even more self-disciplined and self-respecting so as not to be attacked. So, when the sun transforms into restraint, the face needle transforms inward. At this time, my heart will feel dissatisfied. There will be a sense of emptiness in life, and I will hope to receive more care. This is when the moon transforms into restraint. At this point, I should reflect on how I can make a change. So, when hydrocarbon transforms into restraint, the weather turns inward. And even the transformations in between, like transformation group and transformation science, are all involved. When the needle transforms into record, I can realize my dreams. So when Po Jun transforms into chemistry, I have to spend money on these things, which is why I transform into science, allowing me to make up for the sun's transformation into restraint. It's the same situation. I need to change my life. Oh, when Tianji transforms into Lu, then I will generate Tianliang transforming into Quan. What does it mean for Tianliang to transform into Quan? It means that when I want to think things through and change my life, I will seek it out. Whether through religion, deities, or the help of benefactors, I will obtain what I need in this matter. With some support, I draw a circle, and then I will know how to make my life more complete to satisfy my inner self and dignity. That's why it only transforms into K, so it's all interconnected. In fact, for those of you who watch our prediction videos, you often ask, "Teacher, how are you able to so accurately predict things?" Like Tsai Ing-wen winning the election by more than 2 million votes, or who will step down, or who will be arrested. We can predict all of these things. At that time, we told everyone that we don't use fate judgment. Actually, we only use the four transformations of the heavenly stems. Why is that? Because the four transformations between Jia and Yi are still interconnected, so there is this kind of relationship. With this kind of structural relationship, think about it. How could there possibly be two Tanyin transforming into K in the same year? If Tianlong transforms into Ji, then Tanyin transforms into K. But if that's the case, then in the 10 heavenly stems, there would be two Tanyin transforming into K. If Tanyin transforms into K and it needs to be linked with the previous transformations of Hua Ru, Hua Quan, and Hua Ji, then why would the Tanyin transformation in another year be linked with the other two, Hua Ru, Hua Quan, and Hua Ji? Tian Hua Qi must be linked with Lu Quan. The key is that they must be interconnected. Let's suppose that the connection is Tanyin transforming into K and then Tianneng transforms into Ji. So what happens after the Tanyin transformation in the Kui year? Why does it become Tannang transforming into Ji? There must be a mistake somewhere because they're all interconnected. That's why many netizens say, Tianxiang shouldn't transform into Ji. Tianxiang is the prime minister. How could the prime minister transform into Ji? Come on. Shouldn't the prime minister be full of Hua Ji? Aren't there evil prime ministers manipulating political power? Aren't there twisted interpersonal relationships? So, on what basis do you say he wouldn't transform into Ji? If the prime minister doesn't transform into Ji, why should the father? Why should the mother transform into Ji? Isn't that unreasonable? Then why should the child transform into Ji? You say the child is innocent and romantic, so why would they need to transform into Ji? When explaining this kind of theory, you really can't use the logic of shooting the arrow first and then drawing the target. You decide it's not the case, and then look for all sorts of reasons to justify it. That's the kind of logic we're using to look at this issue. If the four transformations are interconnected, of course, those ignorant teachers who don't know that the four transformations are linked, well, there's no way to discuss this with them here. If the four transformations are linked and the 10 heavenly stems and four transformations are also linked, then how could Tu Tai Yin transform into K? One must be wrong. Such a situation simply can't exist. So a reasonable inference is that if GUI is the one generally accepted, then the one that's disputed must have an issue. Up to now, I haven't discussed with you whether it should or shouldn't transform into K or anything like that. We're just using academic structure to establish this logic, and you'll see that it simply shouldn't exist this way. What's even more important, yes, in the early days when I was teaching students, I usually told everyone that I use the Tian Xiang transformation method. But now, with the 4 types of 4 transformations popular outside, it depends on which one you use. So why do I use the Tian Xiang transformation method myself? It's because, well, I personally. The ancient texts I found myself, the books I discovered, told me that the Tian Xiang transformation method is the correct one. Why is that? Currently, this mistake may have originated around the 1950s in the Republic era, when there was a book published by Julian Publishing House called The Complete Book of Left and Right. Almost all teachers today use that book as a model. In it, it says that Tiantong transforms into Ji. But there's a big problem. At the back of that book, there are model examples, cases from various famous people. On those pages, however, it says Tianxia Huaji. If Tiantong should be Huaji, then why is there this discrepancy? Of course, from what I know, it's because there was a printing error. The original should have matched Yang Wu's image, but the character Tong in Tiantong, since the book was woodblock printed. If the character Tong was damaged by insects, if a little bit was eaten away, wouldn't it start to look a bit like the character Xiang from Yue Tian Xiang? If you remove some of the wood and then erase a bit of the Rai radical on the side, it ends up looking the same. So that's how it turned into Zhen Yang Wu. Yue Tong, the reason behind it is because of this. If we're supposed to understand the drawing technique, then the underlying template should be changed, right? But why hasn't the underlying template changed? Think about it. When it comes to this issue of insect infestation or crisis, is this crisis actually present in the underlying template? No matter how he tries to interpret it, it's actually not that easy because it's really just the 2 characters for celestial phenomenon. Even if you change the character for phenomenon to make it look more like Yue or Tong, it still wouldn't be like this because on that same chart there would be another Qian Tong. So no matter how he tries to interpret it, he'll always see it as celestial phenomenon. So they won't change that part, but they will change the part before it because the earlier part is just the text. This is what I can tell now, and it's the most likely cause. Right now, everyone still thinks the main reason for the Tiantong misrecording is this. Of course, in the end, everyone keeps digging, trying every possible way to explain why Tiantong would be misrecorded. Later on, I made it even clearer to everyone. No, I just used Tianxiang Huaji, and there are 2 reasons for this. The first reason is that we have a very experienced senior in the field of fate studies, a truly remarkable elder. He once conducted research on Zi Wei Astrology, and because of his status, he was able to access national-level museums to search for information. He also clearly stated in his own books that this is a matter of repeated crises, meaning being recast, or because their approach should be to use Tianxiang Huaji. Who is this person? His name is Liang Xiangrun. I believe that anyone in the fate studies community knows him. He is someone with tremendous status and is highly respected academically. He uses Tianxiang Huaji, and the viewpoint he holds aligns with what I have learned. It's the same. Although I haven't had the chance to meet him because of his unique status, he was able to access these historical materials. There was once a netizen who attacked me, saying that on one hand, he told me to read Liang Jianlun's books, but after I gave this example, he told me that what Mr. Liang said was bullshit. I really don't understand why you all are so confused, you know? Now, with the Tianhua G star, there will be very clear legal disputes arising from interpersonal relationships. What we call legal disputes refers to agreements being broken, so when my interpersonal relationships are damaged, it usually leads to legal issues. Also, with the Jihua G star, in certain situations, there will be clear traffic accidents. So, in the past, every time I went through the Pojun transit, because Pojun is always opposite me, every time I experienced Pojun's influence, I mentioned that there would be major traffic incidents. Including this year, these are all things I've publicly talked about. Why? Because when Pojun is in opposition, it inevitably affects everything under the heavens. So when Pojun transforms into Hua Lu or Hua Quan, as long as a malefic star gets involved, then from the overall situation, unexpected incidents are likely to occur. Why? Because think about it. That year, everything was revolving around Pojun. So his own actions, he becomes very uninhibited. And with more malefic stars, even more uninhibited. So when everyone is acting uninhibited, isn't it easier for traffic accidents to happen? Why was I able to predict this in the past? I knew that, hey, there would be major traffic accidents this year, and this is the reason. But if you don't understand the transformations in the celestial phenomena, you can't make such predictions. Lastly, I want to tell everyone that in our academy, we have a wealth of talent. After all, right now, we have people all over the world. We now have nearly 20,000 students. In Hong Kong, we have a student who is extremely dedicated to researching the historical records of fate studies. He helped me find a complete copy of the Jade Shu from the Ming Dynasty, which includes the illustrated collection of celestial phenomena from that era. Of course, this material is not in Taiwan right now. It's kept in a museum in South Korea. That's how it's recorded in history. This is how the ancient books were written. Then we use a lot of evidence and many case studies to show everyone, so please don't ask me about this anymore. Why does Tianran have to transform? Celestial phenomena are supposed to transform by nature, so why should Tiantong have to transform? They're just adorable little children. Thank you, everyone.